Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Basics YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly shop steward today because today we're carrying on with our ongoing campaign, playing Paizo Publishing's excellent Pathfinder 2nd Edition Remastered. And we are using that to play a custom campaign set in our own setting of Spires of Paridar, a setting that has traditionally been industrial progress, class disparity, and occult conspiracy. And now, as of the last few months, our heroes have found themselves marooned on a strange world. Let's meet our marooned heroes. I'll go the order I got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing? First up, we've got Sean.
Oh, Sean is muted.
Sean is muted. Timo.
It's an auspicious start for me. I am playing Golag, son of Doc. He is an orc witch detective.
Very nice. Next up is Ingolf.
Yeah, hi, I'm Ingolf. I'm playing Basil Restbone, who is an Isoki investigator.
Nice. Next up is James.
Hi, I'm James, and I'm playing Sally Dumer, the Azarketi monk detective.
Excellent. And last, but certainly not least, is Darren.
Hello there. I'm playing Dr. Adam Ersprung, who is a creative flesh warp inventor, and still with his trusty sidekick Mark 8 of Igor.
Ooh, it feels like a taunt. So, guys, this is part 8 of our Hunt the Veiled Sun mystery. What happened last time, guys?
Well, a large part of the last session was dealing with the Drake, the Cane Drake.
Yeah.
And its numerous tortured souls. So yeah, that took us. That was quite an encounter, quite a long fight. The Burned Spirits, I think they were called, weren't they?
Yeah, Cairn burned.
Yeah. So finally, we managed to take down the Drake, and the spirits sort of dispersed. We searched the caravan, see what we could find. We found a bit of gold and a few other bits, but we couldn't find the item that had been lost by what are the sisters called?
The Shadow Spire sisters.
Shadow Spire sisters. There, they were bringing it to them, weren't they? I think. Yeah. So there was no sign of that. The tracks led away from the caravan towards the Scorchface tribe's lands, and numerous tracks. And then Golag was questioning the skulls. There was a pile of skulls we made. Golag was questioning the dead and the remains to see if we could learn what had happened to the caravan. We learned that they had turned back from the tower or looked like they were going back to where they came from because of thieves and murderers. That's what the answer was. And they also told us that they were attacked by the Scorchface mob. Well, that's what we understood from their answer. And I think that's about all we learned from them, really. And then we buried as best as possible the skulls and remains of the dead from the caravan. And we discussed what we was going to do, and I think we decided we were going to sort of follow the tracks and head into the Scorchface territory to see what's happened.
Anything else, guys?
We did lose Jakara, but I think that might have potentially happened the session before.
Yeah, she fell down the session before,
down.
and then her body was consumed afterwards. So, what are you guys going to do next?
I think it was southeast. The tracks were leading. Yeah. So I think that's our only lead, really. We still don't know the involvement of these dune chasers, whether they were involved or not. But I think we've got to follow what little lead we've got and see what we can discover, I think.
Yep, that sounds about right. Follow the tracks.
So it is between the ritual and exploring the caravan or the Skitterfolk caravan. The travel from the day before is probably late afternoon at this point.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I think I suggested that we sort of reinforce the caravan and sort of spend the night in the caravan to, try and get a good night's sleep and then try and use it as some protection against any creatures in the desert overnight. And then settle first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you wish to do, guys?
Yeah, let's...
Okay. So then, are there any preparations you wish to make where the caravan's been smashed in from the top from the where the Cairn Drake would have come in? It has certainly nested in here as well, but it is a large enough place to be able to find like a room or two for you to be able to set aside. We talked last time how this place would have included full families over the course of its when it was functioning normally. Whatever creatures dragged this thing as well, they seem to be gone.
Are the sort of doors or entrances to the caravan and the walls still intact, that we could still, gain protection from
the elements?
Apart from the roof, basically?
Yeah, and to be honest, like if any local predators thought that there was a Cairn Drake in here, they would likely not be coming into the territory anyway. So you actually have a bit of the benefit of whatever, deterrence that may have provided for other predators that would have normally been around. They're gonna, not come in just because of that.
And I assume I have enough time to heal up the guys because they're
definitely,
showing
yeah. Everyone can restore their full health.
Low health on my screen.
So everyone will get anything guys wish to do in the evening. So I think we mentioned that there are while there's a lot of damage to the caravan, there's markings all over. You can see where every inch of this place has been personalized. It has the look of a generational cabin kind of thing where care and attention has been lavished on all different aspects of this place to customize and make it appropriate to each of the individuals living there, to the point of having even like different markers over the lintel for each room you're going in. So not all those have survived, but
I think it's a little bit sad for him because he will just be sad about the amount of life that was lost here from basically civilians in a way. That was certainly an unnecessary attack, since they not even really stole stuff then. I mean, it seems like most of the goods are still there, or some, at least some of the valuable goods. So it is just, it is what it is.
Speaking of the goods, you guys do have listed in the Discord 3 magic items. An immovable rod, a bag of dust of disappearance, and then a divine scroll of read omens. But I'm gonna double check. I think you may be able, as long as the spell is on your spell list, you may actually be able to use the scroll regardless of whether it's divine or not. And I think it's actually on the occult list as well. So let me just check on scrolls. Anyone else wish to do anything with their evening?
Just go have a look around to see if there's any water hiding in there.
Hmm.
Why don't you give us a perception check, please?
Must get a bonus on finding water for me.
Oof. What the heck? I mean, I rolled a 4. So as far as you can tell, there's you're not able to find anything that matches it, whether it was damaged in the fire or damaged in the attack.
I think I'd be feeding my shadow a scroll.
Well, I'm just double checking to see if you can cast it, because it's a divine spell.
Gotcha.
Unless there's another scroll you had in mind.
No, that was one.
Okay.
So divine and occult.
I'm looking at page 262 of GM Core. Casting a spell from a scroll requires holding the scroll in one hand and activating it with a cast a spell activity using the normal number of actions for that spell. The spell must appear on your spell list. Oh, there we go. So whether it's a divine scroll or not, it shouldn't make a difference. I think you can feed that scroll to your thing. So Read Omen is the spell.
Nice. Okay.
Let me see here. Omens, plural, actually.
Okay.
It is, a 4th level spell. Look at that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How the hell did you let that happen? I don't know.
Tasty treat.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone wish to lay claim to either the Dust of Disappearance or the Immovable Rod?
I think Basil would be only interested in the immovable rod, because that seems like a very profound item.
Okay. The immovable rod. Let's see here.
I mean, I guess the Dust of Disappearance would be useful for someone that's not very good at stealthing.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyone have anyone in mind there, Doctor?
Basil,
Yeah.
you can't have two things.
I mean, I know Sally's normally a little bit noisy when it comes to stealth.
Yeah.
And I have to cover up and help her out, but maybe this time the doctor should maybe take it just in case.
Is it a consumable? I'm trying to remember. Wonders consumables.
This is it.
Powder.
Yeah. But by the way, just to make you guys jealous, the immovable rod is the most powerful magic item we have so far, because it's level 9 magic.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it is just an immovable rod. I mean, that's...
Still level 9.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
Right, let's see if I can...
Impressive.
Yeah.
See if I can add this to my sheet.
If it's in the compendium, you should be able to drag and drop it.
Yep, I'm going to try it.
Typical of the mouse to be bragging about magical object size.
Yeah.
It says
Let him have his moment, Sally. Let him have his moment.
Huh.
I don't know how many uses you get. It says it's
So my hit points do not reflect on that. Yeah, now they do.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I was trying to fix your token for you, and
they were correct on the sheet, so I said I would just ignore it. But
okay, got it. All right, so everyone has laid claim to their magic items. Anything else you guys wish to do this evening? Sally went looking for water. She was unable to find it. Anyone else wish to do anything? Golag is feeding a scroll to his shadow. Feels like that should be a euphemism for something, but it's not.
Demonetized.
Yeah. And then I'll start. I can't remember if I told you guys, we had some commenter was just like moralizing over the use of foul language. So like, it doesn't even have this much adult language. And it's like, are you a fucking adult? Like, are you a kid watching this? In which case, where are your fucking parents? Like, what is wrong with you? Nothing gets on my nerves more than people like moralizing and hectoring over the use of curse words. Like, do you have no other problem in your life that you gotta pearl clutch over foul language?
I know some guys have got no fucking idea.
Yeah, or real problems, apparently. So then, if nothing else, guys, the evening, how is everyone feeling? Having fought, you're not wrong. Like, that was a very tough fight for you guys, and you lost your orcish companion.
Yeah, I think the doctor would feel like he let her down a bit, because obviously he's really the only one that could have potentially saved her, maybe, but just got swamped by those spirits. So it would be a bit quiet, a bit down, but sort of just thinking rather than probably make him think of home and the clinic, you know, and the people, how they're doing there, and yeah, it'd be just, I think it'd be just mindful and thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the same. Similar in that, first of all, just kind of spent. It just sort of just takes everything out of you, and then a bit melancholy from losing one of our group, and just our surroundings that are reflective of all the trouble that's happened.
In the week or so that you traveled together as well, like, she definitely had a growing respect for you, Golag, because of your sort of natural instincts for survival in the Orklands. You may remember that she commented on more than one occasion how did you know that was that, and how did you know to make use of that particular plant? Or
yeah.
Basil, Sally?
Yeah, I mean, it's sad. So basically, her family now has this double loss. Maybe it was her brother that was missing, if I remember correctly,
nephew.
Or some nephew.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then she's dead. Yeah. I think that Basil really hates this world because it's just unnecessary violence, and instead of just making life better for everyone, there's this whole fighting against each other with no real benefit for anyone. And seems a very much broken society here, which seems to be, I don't know, maybe it's something that could be fixed if only there was someone else ruling here, but who knows?
Light's eyebrow slowly raises. And what about you, Sally?
I'm not sure she was that keen on me. Too different, two worlds apart. But still, sad to see a member of the troop go down. And we don't lose many people, fortunately.
Yeah, actually, that's the second in the last little while too. You've largely had survival, or you've largely been able to save many of the folks you've come to know, but Miss Carrington Likewise, that's within the last calendar month or so of month at least of what you've subjectively experienced. So it's maybe not a very lively chat around the campfire, and you all drift off to sleep. Having this actual shelter here and being able to burn, in a proper, like, whether it's like a camp thing or like a brazier or something, or a chimney, it's at least something you can burn safely within and keep this place nice and toasty at night, which has been a welcome relief, I imagine, from how things have been. And it's the dawn comes as the veiled suns are coming up over the horizon. Little shafts of light are coming through the holes in what was no doubt once a perfectly sealed caravan. And Basil, you're the one who opens your eyes first, lying in kind of one of the bunks. This is probably the first time you've had a bunk that's been perfectly sized for you since leaving Paridar as well. No sleeping in a steamer trunk this time.
Nope.
But your eyes open to find a set of black beady eyes looking at you.
Family. Huh. So.
And it is just sitting there on its thing. It is normal-sized, tiny little rodent, and it's kind of looking at you.
I wonder whether he would speak the language of rats, but maybe it's also the language of other rodents as well, or there's a dialect, I don't know. I would just try to talk to him.
You say?
It's a desert rat.
Yeah, I suppose it is a desert rat. It might be how they're called, jumping rats or something like that.
Kangaroo rats.
Kangaroo rats, yeah. So, so you're very brave to come here. We only just get rid of the dragon.
He said the rat speaks in rat to you. I was to say the same to you. You are very brave to come here.
Yes. So, were you here when the real caravan or the caravan was attacked?
The head kind of looks to the side quizzically.
When the rats, when these here were attacked, when there was other like me around.
Are you alone?
I am the last one here.
No, I know that, brother. Are you without a crawl?
Yes.
No Yasaki, no skitterfolk should be without a crawl. I am glad to have returned. I am Dahot.
Hello, Dahot. I'm Basil.
I was late of the Ashdown crawl. What was your crawl called before you lost it?
I don't even know. I would guess I don't even remember the name of my crawl.
Well, I'm glad that you have found us and freed us. You travel with others, not of the skitterfolk.
Yep. They have become something like my crawl now.
Unconventional. You trust them?
With my life, multiple times.
Good. Can they speak as we do?
No. Most of them even don't realize that we can speak. I mean, that I can speak, they realize, but that you can speak, they don't understand.
Wow.
But wait a minute, and I would just transform into his size, being a normal rat.
Okay. And he looks at you. You. And he kind of hops to the side to get a side profile. You are most curious. Are you of the deep places? The
Yes.
deep folk, skitter folk?
Yes.
And you lost. Well, was it not the way of your crawl for one to remain?
I can't say. I have fought in a war, and what was before that war, I don't remember.
You were lost to a crawl once. You shall not be lost to a crawl again. I am Tahat, and I will stay with you.
Oh, that is very, very nice of you.
You freed the Ashdown crawl. The least we can do is to not leave a skitterfolk alone. We should never be alone.
We shouldn't. Is there more of your kind outside, or are you the only one?
He shakes his little head. I have elected to remain. We spoke. The skitterfolk. No crawl should be of one.
I see.
Kind of hops up to you. You're most curious looking. Very fast, I expect.
I'm from another place, far, far away from here.
When you wish, I would be happy to hear of it.
Yes.
I think at this point is probably when Sally, you would awaken and you see, you've seen Basil transform into his rat form that he seems to be able to do in Arthum, and he seems to be squeaking out a conversation with unusual desert rat of some kind. You can't understand a lick of what they're saying, of course, because they're just squeaking, but it definitely has the appearance of a conversation going back and forth.
Roll my eyes, go back to sleep.
Okay. So, Basil, anything you wish to canvass? There's probably some time as everyone is getting up and getting ready. If there's anything you want to discuss with Tahat immediately.
Yeah, so you were hiding in here the whole time?
Oh, no. No, I have inhabited this.
Oh, I see.
Is it not the way of your folk? Your crawl?
I can't say what the way of my crawl is, but I can say what my way is. And my way has always been to go where the road takes me.
So you are skitterfolk.
I'm sure of that. I would smile as much as a rat can smile in its rat form.
He says, well, we can discuss. I will share of the ways of the Ashdown crawl, if you care to learn.
Yes, very much.
And he steps forward and says, where will you go now?
We are trying to go to the south and southeast to find those who attacked this caravan.
The first or the second?
Oh, so you know about the first as well. We aren't really sure, so if you can tell me about the attackers, it would really help.
The attackers, I think, were not the thieves who came. I think not experienced. They came in search of one thing. They killed in response to being discovered. And I cannot speak for your folk, but for the Ashton Crawl, that is an unforgivable affront.
Mm-hmm.
They took goods destined to be delivered to a reliable partner. If the reliable partner cannot trust the Skitterfolk, then it diminishes us all.
It does, yeah.
The second terrible magics. They sought not robbery, destruction.
Were they looking for the same items the thieves sought? Can you tell? Or were they just eager to kill?
Turns to the side as if and you can see his ears are sort of shifting as if he's listening to unseen voices, and says, "No. We don't know what. They don't know what they were looking for, but they certainly were looking for something. And they did not care what burned. Whether we had what they wished or not, our fate was the same."
I see.
There is something old among them. A terrible wrath and sorcery from the unveiled age.
We have heard about such rumors, yes. Can you hear other voices or other folk right now? Do they talk to you?
Well, yes, Basil. No Skitterfolk should be alone.
I see. I understand.
They wait. They wait on the threshold so that I might find them when my time comes.
Oh. That is a very, very, very great thought. It is, indeed.
And he steps forward closer. It is the way of the Ashton Crawl.
Yes. It seems to be. Very much.
Why do you search? I sense you search for this item as well. It was no coincidence that you found yourself here in our crawl.
No, we came here to search for it because, as I said, I'm from somewhere far, far away, and we were brought here against our will, and we were just starting to look for a way back when we somehow get caught up in all of that here.
Did you seek what the Ashton transported?
We didn't really know what it was exactly. So no, we did not seek it, but those who wanted it, or those who basically wanted it to be delivered to them, they are missing the item.
And that is for whom you act.
I think so, yes.
Then to the south. That is where both went, though. If you know not of your crow, you may not know whether there are night rats among yours. Do you know of the night rats?
I've heard of the night rats, but in my let me just say that in my lands, the night rats are maybe a myth, but it seems they're very real here.
Oh, yes. And now that the spirits of the Ashdown Crow have been liberated, we have told them of our fate.
Oh.
You fought in a war.
Mm-hmm.
Were you a night rat?
The thing is, I don't remember. It is like someone cost me all my memories from before that war. I remember certain incidents in the war. I remember fighting, but I can't even tell you why we fought. But I can say that the enemy of that war tried to recruit me. So it seems they have taken notice of me.
If you are or were a night rat, you would be an invaluable asset. Our kind here. We are not warriors. We are not bringers of strife. We are traders. All of that awful necessity, all of that hate and violence, it is the night rats who carry it for us. And they are coming.
Yeah, I understand. And so we don't want to stand in their way, you say.
They are of the crow as well. You have liberated us. They will avenge us.
I see.
But he hops forward. I see your friends are stirring.
I see. Yes. So let's.
You look, Sally is pretending to sleep currently.
Yeah. Let's get up. I think I will now transform back.
Okay.
And offer my new friend to hop on my shoulder. Maybe I don't know where he wants to.
Yep. Wherever you wish to is most convenient for him. He's happy to nestle in there. So you guys all start getting up, and where do you think Dahot would end up? Now, is he on your shoulder? Is he like in your lapel? Is he?
Yeah, I think he would be on my shoulder, and I would make him some kind of I don't know, some kind of space in my back or so where he could reside if he wants to. But I think he will also hop along for some time, because I think he does not want to be in a pouch all the time.
No, and he moves at a pretty good clip. once, I mean, relative to his size.
Yeah.
So as you guys are getting up, you would notice that Basil appears to have acquired a pet.
Yeah.
And just past experience, you know that he can speak to rats, of course. He, when you guys were at Dag in the Sea, you made use of that ability to great effect. So
my new friend has told me some things about the caravan. He was part of the caravan. And basically, there is a myth among my people that there's some kind of Avengers, whatever you call them, night rats, assassins. They were mentioned before. You heard about them. And he says they have been informed now that the spirits have been liberated. So we can be sure that they will appear at some point. And I would strongly advise not to get in their way. Just let them have their let them do their thing.
Will your new friend protect us, or stop them from confusing us for the enemy?
I think we can, as long as we don't get in their way, we are not the enemy. That is for sure. And he will certainly say who we are, and I can say who we are. But I think if they feel that they would be hindered by us, then they wouldn't take to that very kindly. It's like basically they are sought, they are here to seek revenge, and there's nothing that will stop them from seeking that. So
well, we'll keep out of their way then. I'll try to.
Yeah, and I'm not sure when. I don't think they would want to be allied with us or something. So I'm not sure whether we could even talk to them.
Did he offer any interesting information about the caravan that we didn't already know?
He just confirmed that the caravan had been attacked twice. The first one was the attempt to steal something. Then the thieves were caught and they had to kill someone, and that the caravan turned around. And then there was a second attack by someone with very ancient magic. So that is basically what he told me. And I don't even know if it's a he or she, I think.
Pot is a he.
A he, okay.
His preferred undead pronouns are he, him, his.
So yeah, he says that both groups travel to the south. So.
And both groups were Scorchface mob, or?
I didn't ask him. I can ask him again, and I don't.
I wondered if he saw the Dune Chasers at all.
I can, I could try to say that. So that my companions asked whether you could see how the faces of those who attacked the second time looked like. Were they burned?
His head kind of cocks to the side, his ears firm as if listening to different things from different directions. Little whiskers flicker. And he says, not the second, but the first.
Mm-hmm.
Both of the thieves. Orcs.
Yes, orcs. And the second time was orcs as well, but their faces weren't burnt.
And others.
Yes.
Jotunkin.
Yeah.
Large beasts.
And some powerful mage, maybe a human.
An orc as well.
An orc as well, yes, okay.
None with scorched faces, though.
Yeah.
Or scarred faces.
Yeah, I would just relate that information. So it seems like the
Basil
theory...
starts talking to you in rat at first.
Yeah.
So what he said was squeak, 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 squeak.
Yeah. And then I would just say it again in common, or maybe first in Draconic, just to make you a little bit more fearful, and then yeah. By the way, I speak Infernal as well. No, no. Yeah. So I think there were two thieves from the Scorched Face. Who stole something, they got caught, and then the Harrow mob basically happened. So, and I don't really know who we want to fight first, basically. I mean, having the item might help against the second attacker because of their powerful magic. Maybe that would help us. I don't know.
It's worth revisiting. Do you remember what Vothug? She was the one who was waiting for the delivery. Do you remember what she was expecting delivery of? Remember, she got the intel or the kind of research delivered with the Shadowspire sisters, but that was duplicated with the Skitterfolk. And the Skitterfolk were the ones who were transporting the actual good.
I thought it was some sort of lens, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But do you remember the purpose of what it was for?
Was it to show the location of some buried... I don't know if it... Was it a tomb or some sort of...
Yeah, something similar. Remember the Black Tower itself and the community around it is built around like an ancient bio-wizard or bioarcanic research facility, and all their stuff, the vast majority of their output is this kind of like biomechanical technology. What she was hoping to do is find a second source of it in order to further augment the status of the Black Tower and also her status as a speaker of the inscribed word.
Yeah, it was some sort of library or some place of great knowledge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Long forgotten or long buried.
Yeah. I mean, potentially knowing that library would help us maybe find something to make us more powerful or more somehow give us some options against the enemies. But on the other hand, I don't know whether we will find something directly. So the question is whether we want to find the lens first and maybe get the lens to Lothok first, or we would try to get the Harrow mob first. I don't know.
Well, I guess the danger is if they've got the lens and they find this place, they might find the knowledge or hide it again or destroy it or whatever they want to do with it.
When you say they might find it, who do you mean?
Well, the orcs,
both are orcs, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I meant we're saying it's the Harrow mob now, are we? Or the Scorchface stole? We think the lens.
We think that the Scorched Face have the lens.
And the Harrow mob are
the Harrow mob have found something else. They have some very powerful magic, and they are looking for the lens maybe as well, or for something similar. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Now, if we can just get them to fight each other,
and then just drop the lens.
Yeah, but only if we can secure the lens first, or secure it while they are fighting. That would be okay. I mean,
Well, let's see if we can find either of them.
yeah, it would be. I mean, it never happened that you are like some you're on a quest and there's only one thing that shouldn't happen, and that thing happens just immediately. Yeah, that is that would be bad. So no. I think I at least I hope right now that the Scorched Face they don't really know how to use the lens or where to look for stuff, but maybe they do. I mean, at least they knew about it, which is in itself rather unsettling, to be honest.
Ones who initially stole it, you mean?
Yeah. Those thieves, because it seems like those thieves were on a mission to exactly get that. It could be a coincidence, but I don't think so.
If you speak to Dohat to confirm, that's exactly.
Yeah.
It also said they didn't want to kill anybody.
Yeah.
The death was a single death that was occasioned by someone being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I find it interesting that they didn't want to kill anybody, because they don't. I mean, when we met them, they weren't the people who are very reluctant to kill someone. Let me put it this way. Didn't seem to be very cautious with other people's lives.
I mean, in the degree to which you can be property, they are concerned, because the Scorched Face Horde are slavers.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're not wrong about they would not be squeamish about killing anybody.
Yeah, but perhaps they didn't want to stop the trade with the Skitterfolk. Perhaps they wanted to just steal it and be gone and not affect the whole,
Relationship.
ongoing relationship and trading and such.
Yeah, just put yourself in the mind of a thief. I don't want to be looking at Basil too closely here, but if you put yourself in the mind of a thief,
Yeah.
if you steal from and get out without hurting anybody from a bank or a vault or a whatever that is said to be unbreakable or unrobbable, are they going to tell anybody that they were wronged?
And you might be able to revisit them again in the future instead of stopping your supply.
Yeah. And it seems like they are still the only ones who do these kind of trading routes anyways, so you wouldn't just kill your supplies. That was something we discussed before. So, yeah, I mean, so maybe it's worthwhile to go for the lens first. And we can, due to Adam's sacrifice, we can move through the Scorched Face lands, I suppose. So they wouldn't immediately attack us, at least for now.
Yeah, Doctor's a marked member. You have the hand of the...
He's one of the thieves.
It's the Cinder Queen gave you her favor.
Yeah.
Seems like the plan.
Yeah. You got this special title, didn't you? Adam, you were the something of them. Like,
The title of Grojan,
yeah, okay.
new member of the tribe.
So,
So, are we setting out once again then?
we need to, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, let's talk about what you're doing with your exploration time. I guess, how's everyone for rations right now? We need to mark off another 4 set of rations.
Yeah, we can. they are in this thing. Wait a minute.
Oof, 25 plus 10 rations left. Yeah, you guys are doing really well.
Yeah, in the party notes they are. Yeah.
Yeah, we killed something that we added.
Oh, is it the sand lice? Are you eating sand lice?
They are so tasty, you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, it's not, you wouldn't, you'd be surprised.
But the thing is, we are out of water, I think. We need to find water now.
Oh, yes.
We only had 1 day of water left, and so it's a new day, so we have 0 days of water left.
Basil, do you have any lore relating to Yasaki or rat folk or skitter folk?
Yeah, I think I should. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I do. Yes, rat folk lore. Yeah.
Just give us a rat folk lore, please. In this case, a skitter folk lore. Okay. Mainly prone, especially if you grind them up. It makes a really flavorless paste.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. So I was grabbing my GM screen, which I forgot. 23.
I mean, if that is below average, I could re-roll. I don't know.
Actually, I'm behind on giving you guys hero points. Everyone gets a hero point. Go ahead and give us well, here's what we would say. Surely, I'll tell you, you don't need to spend a hero point on this. Surely, a caravan like this must have some way of managing water stuff. If you have this many people traveling through such inhospitable terrain, you cannot be relying on what do you call it?
Water, yeah.
Yeah, precisely. So, but you would also not want to make it an easy thing to access or steal. So
yeah. So you think I could try to find that there were maybe some magical meanings or some hidden compartments or so?
Or you might just look to your shoulder.
Oh, yeah. So, it feels like a little bit like cheating, asking him all the time. But so, Dot, could you just help me again? So, I'm pretty sure that this crawl had water with them.
Of course.
So, where did they keep their water? And do you think it's still consumable?
Just bear with me a second here. I'm gonna find. Trying to figure the remastered equivalent of like certain kind of classic D&D items is going to be a problem for me going forward.
It's like what was it called? Cauldron of Plenty or so?
Yeah, well, the decanter of endless water is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go. Because it's in core, and apparently was not in player core or GM core. So it's not a remaster. If you, it will take, what Dahat describes is that like there is a magical item, but it's also tied up to an apparatus, and you're going to require the good doctor's assistance with this. It actually might chew up some time of your travel, but doctor, how's your plumbing skills?
I was going to say, my plumbing is nothing to do with any of you.
Demonetized.
We can mark it. Yeah, that is the dirtiest joke that Darren has made thus far.
It's outrageous. It's outrageous.
Yeah, I mean, I can certainly try and
Sure.
do anything that we need to do. So,
what appears to be the case is, and you're not going to have to roll for this. If you take your time, you can take a 10 on this and successfully extract it. Basically, there is a magical item that is called a decanter of endless water. When you activate it, it begins to pour out water at a rate of one gallon per round. And it lasts until the decanter is plugged. So basically, it's a way of accessing endless amounts of water, and they have incorporated it into a very damaged at this point, but a elaborate plumbing system that runs throughout the entire thing. Not only is it for providing water and like waste material and shit like that, it's also a cooling mechanism for keeping the thing habitable while you're traveling. There's actually, you heard folks asking about Igor before. Many of the orcs were asking whether it was a Skitterfolk crafted thing. Seeing the elaborate mechanisms that are in place in the Skitterfolk crawler makes you appreciate, like, oh, this must be why they were asking, because this shit would be easily a cutting edge in Paridar, if not, in some cases beyond. Not beyond your capability, mind, but...
Yeah, so I'll try and locate the item and remove it from the system.
Yeah.
Would we know how often you were able to activate it?
I don't think there's a restriction on it.
Oh, right. So it's literally just open and close it, basically.
Yeah. Let me just read through. So the item looks like an ordinary glass flask full of water. The stopper can't be removed unless you speak one of the item's 3 command words, each of which causes water to pour forth in a different way. Pulling the stopper out creates fresh water, and rotating it as you pull creates salt water. Any effect of the decanter lasts until it is plugged in with its own stopper, a finger, or the like. You get your mind out of the gutter about that. The like. Come on, guys. Family channel here. To activate it is one action. You speak stream in Skitterfolk, and you cause the water to pour out at a rate of 1 gallon per round. A second option is speaking fountain in Skitterfolk. You cause water to pour out in a 5-foot-long stream at a rate of 5 gallons per round. And the third one is you activate it speaking geyser in Skitterfolk, and you cause a powerful deluge of water to erupt at 15 gallons per round. You can direct the stream at a creature, subjecting it to the effects of a hydraulic push spell. You can repeat this once per round as long as the geyser continues, spending an interact action to direct the geyser each turn.
Okay. And we've got water containers, haven't we, that we were provided with to carry a sort of decent amount of water that we can fill up.
And it's also like not something you need to be careful about spilling with either, because
Yeah. Okay.
Way to find, Doctor. Nice.
So,
Are there any barrels around as well? If they were carrying lots of things, that's the sort of thing you might find.
There are, but many that were destroyed. What were you thinking, though, Sally?
Barrels to put water in.
Well, I mean, again, it's as long as you use it. The decanter is a carryable item. So, I mean, but Sally wants to get herself in the barrel. I see. Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. At fucking 5 gallons a second, or per 6 second, that's a lot.
That's going to be cool in no time.
If you want to take a moment to
daily shower.
That's right.
With a hydraulic push. It's a prison shower.
Turn around.
grab a piece of the wall.
Yeah. I think, like, not necessarily barrel. You're going to find some kind of basin here that if what you want to do is fill the thing up, and then fully immerse yourself, Sally. Flush out your rebreather thing. You can absolutely do that.
Okay.
Beautiful. So, that's probably taking a couple of hours to get that ready. The sun's going to be fairly high. Is there anything else you guys wish to do here, or wish to try and scavenge from here before making your way on? Like, I don't know if there's anything else, but it is you can imagine this is what once was a full, what do you call it? A full community, basically.
Yeah. Have they got any other means of combating the sun in any way? Any sort of other protection against the sun?
Like a parasol or something?
Well, just anything, I don't know, some sort of sun cream or, just anything that seems to be.
Yeah, so it's like Dr. Erspring carrying this large parasol around.
Yeah. You would be able to find kind of like Basil, they tried to equip you as best they could, the folk of the Black Tower, with what you with what they could. You would be able to find or scavenge at least a couple scraps of clothing that would be appropriate to a Yasaki. Or Skitterfolk, I guess, more appropriately.
Okay.
What you would find among here as well. And unfortunately, these are sized to Skitterfolk. Maybe you have these already.
We've got the goggles.
Masks?
Yeah, we've got goggles, haven't we, that help reflect the sun or.
So filter mask is for dealing with sandstorms. If someone wants to make use of that. Unfortunately, really, it's kind of just Basil, unless you want to try and give us a crafting check and retrofit it to fit. Larger.
Yeah, I wonder if I could sort of take some apart and sort of turn them into bigger versions.
Sure.
Sort of try and.
Yeah, give us a crafting check, please.
Okay.
Nice. Yep. So you'll easily be able to. Basically, what it'll do is it'll give you a bonus to saving throws against those kind of certain gas things, but it'll also make you immune to the effect of suffocation from dust or sand. So if you do get caught in a dust storm, these filter masks will completely protect you guys.
Okay, cool.
You also find, I think, something that Golag, you got orc lore, right?
I have orc lore, indeed.
Yeah, go ahead and give us a orc lore check, please.
I will re-roll that.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, great. What you find is what looks like a strange kind of hard-ribbed sleeping bags that you guys were looking at, and you're not quite sure. This is all among the other sort of survival stuff you've got in there. And Golag, for whatever reason, you don't remember seeing any of these things before, but you know that this is a sand tube. So what it is when sandstorms come in, burrowing into the ground is one of the ways to sort of wait them out. So a sand tube looks like an open-ended sleeping bag made of treated hide attached to a number of collapsible hoops. After digging a small hole in the sand to get started, you shove one end of this apparatus inside the hole and expand the hoops to stiffen it into a tube. More sand can then be dug from the buried end. Usually you crawl partway into the tube and use your hands and remove through the tube, which is shoved more deeply into the tunnel as digging progresses. In normal sand, this takes about 10 minutes of digging to fully bury a sand tube. When fully buried, a sand tube can hold one medium humanoid. A flap fastens over the exposed end to provide shade and protection from dust storms and sandstorms. So you're kind of burrowing underneath and waiting things out and then digging up when needs be.
Oh, look here. And I start playing with it a little bit. Yeah,
and like Goldegg remarkably is able to put this survival apparatus together in precisely the way that it's intended to do and explains it to you guys.
Are there, there's a number of them? Kevin?
Yeah, some of them are scaled for small, some of them are scaled for larger, for medium-sized humanoids, and the tubes are about 5 pounds each. So in PF2 terms, I think it's like one unit.
I will.
So Golak knew how to use this desert equipment, never having seen it before.
Yeah.
Guys, Golag's the Kuzak Hadarach.
Okay. Yeah. So you mean he could summon some worms to move us where we need to go?
Exactly.
I will dispense some. Say, oh, this looks like it'll fit you. This might fit you.
Okay.
Do you have any more memories, Golak? You haven't shared with us?
I have many good memories with you, Basil. Don't.
No, not memories with me, but memories of your time here, maybe.
Is anything shaken loose, Kevin? That
No, like it's sort of, it's not quite muscle memory, but it's something similar to that in your mind. Like you just know how this stuff works. And what you're certain of is it is a like it's not that it's a memory, it's knowledge that you've had. You just forgot that you had it.
Uh-huh.
A couple other little interesting tidbits in here too. There is several packets, a pretty decent supply of something called deep draught. Deep draught is a mixture of salt, dried herbs, and extracts of desert plants. Adding it to water increases your body's retention of fluid and helps counteract the effects of dehydration. 1 packet of deep draught is enough for 1 gallon of solution, which will basically double the water consumption for the day.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There's also something called black eye. You can smear black around your eyes to make it easier to handle the effects of the bright sun. There's also supplies of something called Keeps Cool Salve. Small clay pot has several ounces of a pearly ointment, enough to cover 1 medium creature. Applying the ointment to your skin increases your protection against the heat by 1 step. So, like, sun and heat screen.
Oh, interesting. That would come in handy. Yeah. Especially if one fights some kind of Cinder Queen. Should definitely take that one with us.
Yeah. So you mark down that you've taken like however many reasonable, clay pots of it as you'd like. And
yeah, and the thing is, I'm already encumbered now, so I would just.
I'm sure Igor will take the slack.
Yeah, this immovable rod is a little bit heavy for myself.
It's movable.
I can't seem to move this thing, guys.
Yeah,
It's like Thor's hammer.
Yeah, you call that immovable, and I thought it meant a different thing. Yeah. So,
feel free to add whatever's from among those various items to your list. Assume that you've got, you'd be able to carry, like, say, 2 weeks worth of the deep draught if you want as well. Although with you having removed the decanter of endless water, you're not going to be running short of water. So it's just a question of whether you want to keep consuming as much and carrying around the amount of water too. I guess, because the water is the heaviest part of your. Is it 1 pound per gallon? More than that.
Yeah, maybe.
1 kilogram per liter, or 8 pounds per gallon.
Yeah. Strange units of measurement.
1 pound. 1 liter, 1 kilo.
Yeah, that I remember, but a gallon, I don't know. As it said, nobody knows how many gallons to a liter. Yeah.
Yep. Was 8 pounds per gallon.
It's 4 liters about, yeah.
So 2 pounds per liter, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Because of,
Give or take.
yeah.
All right. So you're salvaging a bunch of or scavenging a bunch of stuff from this place to help with survival. Anything else you guys wish to look for or do? And Gole, what spells are you prepping to head back out into the desert?
That is a good question. I'm also noticing this item as we try to follow tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, the spell change. Always a difficult question. I guess I will probably dispense at this point with the talking corpse. Could give the read omens a try at some point. Ooh, it's a costly one, 4th level, so.
What does it do?
There you go.
Peek into the future, choose a particular goal or activity you plan to engage in within 1 week, or an event you expect might happen within 1 week. You learn a cryptic clue or piece of advice that could help with a chosen event, often in the form of a rhyme or omen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I think that's it's not shrine. I can't remember what the D&D equivalent of that is. Divination, maybe. We made use of that in Crystal Shard to great effect. What about the rest of you guys? Anything else you wish to do before?
Blood Vendetta.
Yeah, there's divination in 5e. Nada? So would you like to get a half day's travel in and then camp in the desert, or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And we already spent the night. Yeah, we did. We already spent the night once in the.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that seems reasonable. And do we see the little mouse on?
Oh yeah. And like you can hear Basil speaking in that squeaking tone he does when he speaks to rats. To it,
So
and it
he's
seems to
coming
squeak
with
back.
us.
Yes, he's coming with us. Yeah, of course. Why shouldn't he?
I see. He I got you. Is he alone? Is he?
Yeah, he's the last one, the last survivor, basically, of the old caravan.
I see. Very good.
Goleg's worried about payroll. You don't want to add someone to the payroll.
Listen. We can't just be adding people willy-nilly to the. You need to check in with me at the very least. My goodness.
Yeah. So I think we yeah, but I mean, if we start this conversation, Golek, I think there has to be something said about work safety for Igor. I mean, there's some obvious problem here, isn't there?
I will remind you the waivers, the pages and pages and pages.
Yeah, work safety for all of us. And by the way, is there any bereavement pay and everything for? Funerary expenses. I'm sure that must be covered by company policy.
And the retirement plan, we haven't spoken about that. You always keep delaying that conversation.
It will. There'll be a time. I'm sure there'll be a time. Very good.
Well, guys, we're already at our mid-session. So why don't we take our mid-session break now, and then we'll come back and see what happens next. So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Muted. Hey, everybody at home. Wayne, THX. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Hey. Let's talk about units of measurement. I've got a new set of pots and pans for myself, and I'm going to bundle up my old ones and give my old pots and pans to my son. So I got what I thought were fairly big bins. I'm like, oh, 13 liters, that'll be sufficient. And I realized like 13 liters is just the, like, I'm not sure if you ever worked in a restaurant before, but it's just the little bins that you carry everything around in. They're only about like yay deep. So it's woefully unsuitable for the purpose that I want to put it.
Okay. Yeah.
They just showed up and I opened up the box and I'm like, this is much smaller than what I was expecting. So I need to be thinking of gallons, not liters.
Yeah. I think that's a 3-gallon pot about. So I have nothing like that at my home.
It's like I'm gonna make use of these things because like they come with lids and I can actually store shit in there. So like it'll be a helpful storage system for it. Just it's not going to be useful for the purpose to which I had intended to put them. I'm gonna have to look for a much bigger container in order to put my son's stuff in there.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm always confused when you buy this these basically things to put in the trash can, dustbin, whatever you call that.
Yeah.
So how many liters does that thing have? I don't really know.
No.
I just buy the biggest one and that will fit. So
once I try to buy replacement light bulbs without like just going to the store and holding up a light bulb to everything. What a colossal pain in the ass. All right. Again, I guess I need real problems. This is on the level of like, you curse too much. Like, well, okay. So I think we're all back. So then, guys, heading out. Let's get some rolls in here. I don't remember who is carrying the heavy burden of being the Dave in this campaign. Who's our weatherman?
I do think it should be Golax because we're blaming him for everything anyway. So it's
fair enough. Yeah. Boss man
big,
can
broad
be to blame.
Shoulders that.
And Golax.
Broad indeed.
Would you kindly hold up? Look in here. Come on. Here we go. Would you kindly give us a 3d20 roll, please? No. Excellent. Never a bad thing when I see those 20s come up. So you set out later in the day, and I think you are doubly getting. Oh, hold on! Before we get into this, horrific. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oleg, would you give us a? Yeah, exactly. That's funny because the guys in Night Below, we've been rolling weather in that for forever. Whenever a 20 comes up, you can hear the kind of audible moan, like, oh, fuck. From everyone. Gola, give us a D. She'll take advantage of the dice roll. Give us a 1d45, please. All right.
That is the weirdest die ever, a 1d45.
Yeah. So it's my surreptitious way of transitioning the campaign into a DCC game. So,
Yeah.
All right. So, Golag is our weatherman. That will put Basil. You are the investigator. Would you give us a D8 roll, please?
Yes, I will. That's an 8. That's good for sure.
That is interesting. Okay. So, Golag, I'm assuming, is going to be the one who is navigating and following the tracks. Other tasks that the rest of the crew, forgive me, the rest of the team. What do you call a group of detectives?
A bumble.
Bumble. The rest of you could do things like find to forage, which would be a survival check as well. Keep watch, which would be perception, or hunt, which would be either an appropriate lore, and I should say an appropriate lore can be subbed in for any of these things as well. So if you got a lore for, you know, herbs or medicines or things like that, Doctor, you could also be scavenging for, or foraging, I should say, for those.
No, I haven't got anything like that. Anything he's probably any good at is keeping an eye out, really. He's not bad at perception.
Yeah. And what about Basil and Sally? Anything you guys wish to do? You need not take a roll. Golag will be the one who is navigating.
Yeah, I don't know. I think foraging today makes no sense because we have already enough to carry around.
Yeah.
So, shouldn't waste our time. I mean, maybe two-person could look out, which wouldn't be...
Look out scouting.
Yeah, so you can aid another. You could, if you two want to give us, why don't each of you? Oh, it's a reaction anyway, so you don't need to roll ahead of time. Golag, why don't you give us your survival check, please? You get the +1, I think, from your goggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, +1.
Okay. I will re-roll.
You sure? You don't want that in?
Indeed. Here we go.
Great stuff. Okay. And Dr. Ersprung, you're going to give us a perception check. And then Sally and Basil, you're going to be aiding another with perception. Great.
Ooh.
Wowzers.
So it's +2 again.
Yep. It's 36. And yeah, another +2. So 38. You guys are once again out into the deep desert. The caravan disappears behind you. You can see that Dahat actually doesn't spare a single look back.
Huh.
You get about 2 hours into your journey when, Doctor, you can tell that there's a couple strange things going on. For one, there is darkness in the sky to the south. Now, you'd expect as the veiled sun gets lower in the sky, it's going to get darker in the, in the corresponding sky. Well, why the hell is it so dark in the south? The veiled sun doesn't set in the south. It does not take you long to put together that there must be a massive sandstorm bearing down on you. 2 hours out into your travel. It looks as if it'll be here soon. And it looks, from the wall of black that is approaching, it looks like it's going to be a bad one.
We'll obviously point that out to everyone, and try and look out for any sort of shelter on our current sort of journey or direction.
Indeed.
I think where you guys are now, let me see if I've got a... Is this maybe the appropriate one? Maybe. See what's this here, guys. We grab our illuminators here. And bring you over here. There you go. So there is like rocky outcroppings and such, but at a glance, there isn't. If you want to give us a survival check, you could try and locate something, or you could ask Golag to do so. Who else is trained in survival?
Me.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Should I roll, or who wants to?
Get in there.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Basil.
Yeah, I will try. 21, that's not that good. I would just take my hero point and re-roll.
Yep.
Hoping to get a better thing. No. We are
All right.
out of luck here.
So
Yeah.
some time is spent. It is going to be on you momentarily, and I will tell you that. Well, for one, you got those respirator masks now, so at the least you're not going to be choking on the thing. But this is going to. Those of you who are human-sized, there's a chance you're going to be knocked down. Like the wind is going to be strong enough, you could feel it coming in. It's potentially knocking you down. For Basil, it may actually blow him away. So you're going to want to...
We should find...
Like if I only had an immovable rod, which I could put to the ground and...
on top of yourself.
we'll pin Basil to something. And
Now, this is actually precisely the kind of thing that sand tube could be used for.
Yeah.
So I think we head to one of these rocks that look particularly sturdy, and maybe set up a quickly jog, make all haste to the base of one of these rocks, and get out the sand tube, and I'll be shouting, over the wind, no, point them this way, and get them. And if I have a moment, I'll also maybe cast something, but I want to get everyone what are you thinking? I don't use it, I forget about it, but this is just a basic. I've had this wand for a long time. I like
Nice.
it's classic. It just you got to keep track of this shit, Sean. I'll just quickly once everyone's all good, I'll quickly get this out and go. Oh, the wand, and I'll dig in my pack and
Is there a place on the character sheet for temporary hit points? Like separate from your
there
normal
is.
hit points?
I'm pretty sure there is. Let's see. Yes.
Yeah.
Is there? Okay, cool. Then can't do it for... Oh, hold on. We're in fucking remaster. Wait a minute.
Character sheet's good that way. A lot of fields. Quite a few fields on this character sheet.
Yeah, and actually, hold up. But I can, because we're in, not remaster, in Jumpgate. I think... Yes, I can. Look at this. Hot damn. I don't need to worry about Golag losing his thing. Okay, so temp hit points.
Oh.
Let's see here. I'm gonna. There'll be a gold bar for temp hit points.
Oh, fancy pants.
Otherwise, it would just write a plus to the normal hit points. So for
Oh.
temp hit points.
There we go.
Nice.
Well, the thing is that temp hit points are lost first.
Yeah. Can't think of anything else I would
Yeah.
I would cast.
Remember what that rod looks like? Go like offhand?
Oh, you're talking to me.
Yeah.
You say rod, R-O-D?
Wasn't that what you said? The rod of false life?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of the immovable rod.
We have so many
Right.
rods on the gut.
Seriously, I was
Mine
like,
in the
what?
gutter.
That's easy.
Come on, guys.
So
That's
the-
fun. We never talked about it that I recall. Let's see.
Is it something you purchased or something you acquired over the course of the adventure?
This was quite a while ago. I think this was when you gave us so many points to acquire an item.
Right.
And so it's
Okay.
it's at a set level. It doesn't move. It doesn't evolve or anything.
Yeah.
It casts this set thing. And given that it's good for 8 hours, it's pretty solid. I ought to be using it once a day anyway, but Golag has much on his mind.
Golai is going to fill out his own performance review.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. So your gold bar will be your temp hit points.
Nice.
We're moving into a wild new age here, guys, of slowly
Okay.
seeing all of your illustration
I will
disappear
say-
under.
Is this just so I was under the impression it was just me.
Oh, is it only you?
I think it's just me.
Oh,
I'm not trying to see now. The GM makes me look bad. It was a perfectly
Yeah.
normal thing that was
Yeah.
happening, and now the GM wow! I can't believe Sean. You're
Yeah.
only you. I can't
Yeah.
believe.
oh my goodness! So, guys, the boss giveth, and the boss taketh away.
Yeah.
I could have misread it, Kevin, but I don't think so.
No, that's
But
fine.
it's still taxable, mate. It's still taxable.
yeah, the VAT's going to hit that thing hardcore, obviously.
All right. So Kevin, you're just leaving those gold bars on as a reminder. I mean,
Yeah, that's great. That's
You know,
great.
happy
great.
May Day, guys.
That's great.
All right. So then, why don't we have everyone give us an athletics test? Because this is going to be a bit of a working against the clock kind of thing here.
Okay.
Ouch. Okay.
Are you not great at athletics, Doctor?
Well, I've rolled one less than my result.
Yeah. The
That's
athletics
20 from
are-
Golag.
If
Wow.
I can help the doctor, since I have not given him any temporary hit points.
Yeah. So that would put him at 20 for your roll. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I was... Oh, nice. Okay, so Sally and Golag. Golag, who are you going to help? I guess the doctor could re-roll, but he looks to be struggling with getting this thing in. The
You
doctor
roll that?
does no cardio whatsoever, it seems.
Well,
The muscles of 3 men. He's got the mind of 2.
I only do
he has
the
the-
head day. I
yeah, the-
don't do legs and arms. I do just do head.
He has a single lung from a asthmatic orphan. So
I guess there's more of a fear of Basil blowing away. So I suppose I will. Try to get-
Basil, you can give us a re-roll if you like.
So me or
Basil, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Can I get I was just thinking, can I get Igor to help me?
Yeah. Igor, there you go. Basil, no problem. Igor can give us a aid another. I don't think it'll
He's
help you
good.
with the 18. Although, did you see you rolled a 17?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Igor's really good at athletics.
Igor digs it out for you. So yeah, if you need to, he'll have to stand out, I guess, in the weather. But yeah, he digs it out for you. Works smarter, not harder, right? And you guys all move yourselves down into the sand tubes, which is where you remain for the majority of the evening. Are you guys sleeping down there, or are you going to dig yourself out once you sort of think it's over? Do you have any way of communicating with each other? I should ask too. I can't remember if anyone has any send message or anything like that. There we go. You need to see them?
Good question. Oh, yeah. They must be able to see you.
Okay. All right. So you can imagine that the wind that you experience even before you go under is, and like, unlike anything you've ever experienced in Paridar for certain. Give us a, Sally, give us a 2d4 roll, please. Five hours you're waiting for the weather to pass. Would Igor give us a fortitude save, please? Problem. You've also got a free sandblasting from this too, so his exterior is going to look very polished. It is kind of in the dead of night when the winds finally die down and you guys are able to start kind of digging yourselves out. And you find is night has fallen and the skies, the moons are making their way in ascent. And it seems as if the sandstorm has blown past.
Good thing.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, I think Golag will take inventory after things die down to make sure that, no one's blown away and, there's no one hanging onto a tree for dear life or.
Yeah. No. And I think that's the first time you guys have experienced a sandstorm, right? That you didn't have a sandstorm traveling out here,
right.
Did you?
Right. No.
Yeah. Excellent. So Golag is definitely going to be rolling for weather for us from now on. The evening is going to be uneventful. So if there's anything of note that you guys want to do that night, let us know. Otherwise, you can cross off another 4 rations. We don't really need to treat. Who's carrying the decanter of endless water?
Igor?
Yeah. Would I be able to fit it in the compartment?
Yeah, I think so.
The medicine tools are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that would be the safest place.
Yeah, and you can imagine that's going to be an item of particular value for folks in this kind of environment. So if you may want to be cautious who you let know or see it.
Mm-hmm.
Then, the following day, Golag, kind of give us a 3d20 roll.
Look at that.
Oh.
You asked and you received.
What comes afterwards is another absolute fucking scorcher of a day, followed by a second wave of blackness that is going to come. There is a second sandstorm coming in, but there may be something of more interest too. Basil, would you give us a D8 roll, please?
Yeah. Three. Yeah.
Hey.
So,
And-
Golek, what about summoning some of those worms?
Sally, would you give us a D20 roll, please? Interesting. Okay. So, because of the climatized clothing and whatnot that you've got, it's not going to be a not a terrible day, but whew, I got to convert this to Celsius for myself, but for your benefit, Sean, 180 degrees Fahrenheit. It is quite literally like walking through an oven. All right, Celsius, 80. Jesus, 82 Celsius. Maybe you're not traveling all that far today.
Yeah, we might even stay buried for that matter at that temperature. I mean,
yeah. In this temperature, unprotected characters take damage. You take damage every 10 minutes of your that's only unprotected though. You guys do have. Oh, remember you have those supplies too. Your the thing that you can use your salve. That will actually drop it down to 110. Still, like, plenty fucking hot, but not like... That'll drop it down to 43 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, that's much better, yeah.
That's travelable. Like, that's not fucking pleasant, but...
Right.
43 is what it was when I camped in Death Valley. That's what it was at night. Cooled down to a balmy 43 as opposed to the 46 during the day.
By the way, we've gotten a hero point at 12:30 or at 1:30?
Well, I suppose.
as long as you're going to make it 180 degrees Fahrenheit,
Fair enough.
I'm going to make sure we get some hero points going here.
Yeah. So if you guys make use of that salve, yeah, you're actually going to be able to travel for the day. So you're able to make some more distance. And
yeah, that's good.
let's see here, Golag, give us a survival check, and then Doctor and everybody else give us a perception check, please. That's +1 from Sally. At 20 from Doctor. Holy smokes. 28 from Golag. So you guys are doing
supposed to
really
have the
quite
goggles adjustment, or was that a different survival?
well. Oh, say again?
Was mine supposed to? My survival, was it supposed to have the goggles modification?
Yes, it would. Yeah.
Okay, 29 then. 29.
29, nice. So what do you guys find for the brief period of time that you're able to travel before the window come in? Why don't Doctor give us a D12 roll, please? Okay, that's actually coming in pretty early in the day. You guys are getting about 3 hours of travel before that sandstorm comes in. And it's like a fucking, just a furnace front that is coming in. Furnace front was my tool cover band in high school, by the way. That is coming in on you before this will catch. Doctor, you actually spot something before the storm comes in. You see a small fort with towers. This is most certainly in Scorchface terrain. And I think you're able to point that out to both Sally and Basil, if you wish to.
Yeah, I'll point it out to everybody. Yeah.
Anyone have a spyglass? I can't remember, but it seems like the kind of thing you guys would.
Yes, I have one. Fine spyglass.
So, if you look through it, Basil,
Yep.
what you can see is, give us another perception check. Let's see what you're going to get some details out of it, but I want to see how much extra you may pick up from a first glance.
With a +1 for the spyglass?
Yes. Yeah, because for noticing details, that's precisely what. 28, I guess?
No, I already ended the
Oh,
plus.
okay, got it. Does it prompt you for adding modifiers?
It does, yeah.
Yes.
Fabulous. Who set up these sheets, guys? It's incredible.
About that, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Reading a book while patting myself in the back. Multitasking.
Except for all those unnecessary golden bars up there.
I mean, it is a gaslight setting, so that does sort of fit.
How many hours was how many hours since the first sandstorm began, Kevin?
So the last sandstorm ended at about, it was the 2 hours here, Charles. So it was probably around like 4 o'clock when the first sandstorm came in. It stopped around 9 at night, and then you slept through the night. You guys got up, slept through the night. I'm assuming you departed at like 7 or so. Traveled 3 hours, and this is when at 10 a.m. is when this new one's coming in.
Gotcha, because the temporary would be gone. That last one, anyway.
Oh. Are you going to get it back? You can do it every day, can't you?
You can. I'm just kind of getting into the routine here. I'm just trying to keep track, trying to
You're
make sure.
realizing it's not best while your workers are eating crackers for you to be ordering in, filet.
Let them eat wand, I mean...
I saw it was one of those tasting history episodes that were dealing with workhouse food, and they were talking about how certain employees, they would have like the food that would be served to the workhouse inhabitants, and the folks that would eat there at like multi-course fancy dinners right in the office while the workhouse is eating shit. Felt very Paridar. So, what you can see is there are 3 towers, it seems, in this, and one kind of like larger main structure. There is a palisade around with spikes on the outside, Basil. It is on a bit of a raised platform, as if it is, not a platform, but got a raised prominence as like a hill or something that they've built up. So it has a pretty good view. You could tell that it looks as if it has seen recent damage as well. There are clear, even from this distance, places where things have been broken or burned. And you can see that there are orcs in the towers.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make out any fine details, but like the green skin and the build kind of tells you who it is there.
Yeah. So it's an orc fort.
Orc fort was my war cover bed in high school.
Yeah.
Can you see movement by chance on the parapets or?
Yes, so they are orcs. That's why I said it was an orc fort.
I see. Didn't know if it was iconography that gave it away or whether it was a...
And they seem to be aware that the storm is coming in as well. 2 sandstorms in like less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
Unusual.
Like someone has really bad luck. I mean.
Yeah, Dave would be very proud, Sean. So.
I want to feel like it's an augur that we're bringing, we're kind of badass. Maybe it prefers to think of it that way, but yes.
Yeah.
So, but I think we need to find some place to hide before the sandstorm. And do I think we could reach? No, we couldn't reach.
You're not going to reach the tower. The sandstorm will hit you before the storm gets here. And speaking of which, give us a D45 roll again. Goldak? Is it 45 or 41? 41.
Last time it was 45, but...
It was.
Was it 45? Yeah, D45 then, please. You know what? The winds aren't going to be quite as bad.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we just had a real drill. This is no...
So it's really just a matter of, Basil's going to be fighting to keep his feet for the weather coming in, but the rest of you guys will be fine. it's going to be a struggle moving against the wind. But Basil's not. You don't have fear of Basil being picked up and carried away.
Just keep a handle on your little friend, Basil, or even smaller friend.
Yeah, I think he would be in my bag. Because
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, he would. Remember
Well,
our kind.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, guys?
I don't know. Should we keep going, or should we give it a?
Whatever the cover of the sandstorm, if you're going in, just Basil's the one you're gonna have to. He's gonna be rolling athletics checks fairly regularly to try and keep his feet.
We need to tie a rope to Basil. As
again with the rope.
as we do.
Yes, nightmares. Where he wakes up screaming about ropes.
We see the PTSD descend on Basil's face as we get the rope out again.
Yeah.
I didn't realise we took it off. I thought we just left it on him and just
all the time.
pull it out when we need it.
Just coil it around him when we're not using it. Just leave it coiled.
Yeah. Last time you tried to drown me in the water. Now you try to drown me in the sand. I see.
I look at Sal. I go, "Oh, we're in for this story again. I knew it."
I guess one thing of the question is, what are you intending on doing when you reach the fort?
It's a good question.
See, I thought the sandstorm would give us cover, wouldn't it? I mean, it would make it a lot easier for us to get there without being noticed.
If you had a member of the party who, for instance, was absolute dog shit at stealth, a sandstorm might be a really good opportunity for... Your ears burning, Doctor?
Yeah.
That's my newest invention, a portable sandstorm. Just an occasion.
We have this is not second, but in the Night Below game, one of the random things the guys found was basically that it was a magic item you opened up and it created a fucking localized sandstorm, and he wasn't really mad about it, but they were in the middle of a fight and John's character was carrying it, and in a moment of panic, kind of opened it up, and he was so mad at him for it. No visibility. They're getting attacked by these things that have tremor sense, and like, why the fuck did you do that? Oh my god, I love D&D. I love role-playing games. So, what are you thinking? You use the cover of the storm to get in there, but then what?
Hopefully, surely, given it's an installation, this will be an official scorched interaction in which...
Yeah, can't we just say we're looking for refuge from the sandstorm? We're just looking for protection, cover.
You have the appropriate mark is where I was, going with it.
Yeah, so...
With it being a fortress, it's not going to be anyone but them.
Great, not a fortress, a fort. This is like one or two buildings and a palisade around it. It has signs of having seen conflict. There are scorch marks that probably would be from magic. And this is the first place that whatever hit the Skitterfolk caravan would hit this thing next.
Yeah. So if we go in, worst case, we get detected or seen straight away, and we say we're just looking for shelter, hoping to get... If we don't, or it's fairly abandoned or not a lot of people there, we can have a little look around and see what we can find, I guess.
You're a member of them, so, Dr.
Basil's rule didn't... there is one pretty telling way you would be able to understand what faction currently controls this place. But Basil didn't quite roll well enough with his perception.
Yeah, I was going to say, the only thing we have to worry about is if it got taken over. And so we're approaching bad guys, because there's orcs involved in every party, apparently, that we're dealing with here. So it could be it got sacked, and they're hanging out here for whatever reason, and we'd be turning ourselves into the bad guys in a sense. So we have to be cautious that it's the right orcs. That it's the orcs that started in there and not someone else that sacked the fort.
That great Danish horror film, Let the Right Orc In. I don't know if it's Danish. I can't remember.
I love it.
Is it German?
I guess.
Let the right orc in? What? I don't know.
Like the right one in. It's a horror film. about like a
No,
child
I don't.
vampire, but I don't remember what the original language was. There's an English language remake, but I thought it was Danish.
Yeah, maybe. 'Cause it sounds like a Danish film to me.
But yeah, I mean, if we come across the enemy again, we can use the sandstorm to maybe retreat. So
Yeah.
I think we can use that weather to our advantage, hopefully.
Okay. Swedish. There we go.
Yeah, I think we could go there, and I hear that someone of us is able to cast invisibility.
Yeah. No, it's a good reminder. We just used it. I still have it. Still have it prepped. I mean, so yeah, we have that in our pocket. If we'll get closer in ID. Hopefully, we'll do our best to identify who exactly is in there as we approach.
So there's the invisible party, and you have this rat on a rope who flies in the storm.
Like a flag now.
Yeah.
Basil the kite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just check something here. Oh, great. All right. Now let me check this one. Okay. All right, then. Would... I guess you guys are just waiting for, the few minutes for the sandstorm to blow in, and then you're going to make your way down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then once it comes in... Oh... Basil, give us just a stealth check, please.
A stealth check. Okay.
Yeah. Great.
32.
Okay. All right. So then, with find. We're going to need Golag to give us a survival check to navigate through the dust storm in order to reach there.
Let's see. Do the goggles...
Nothing. No, they're goggles. Minding what are the bonuses?
Let's see. While wearing these goggles, you gain a +1 bonus to survival checks to sense direction and track. Sense
direction, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And guys, I hear you, Kev. I just don't feel immersed whatsoever in this. Well, hold on, guys. Let me see what I can help out here. Oh, there we go. Here we are, guys. Make sure it doesn't blow your fucking eardrums out. There you go. Immersion.
Nice.
Done. Let me make sure it's not blowing the speakers out of the folks at home, too. That was one of the greatest. We had one of the audio cues in our Ash campaign. Darren, was this like dripping sound or blowing wind thing, and routinely your brother would be like, "What is there a window open, or is something leaking?"
That's immersion right there.
Oh, that was really great. All right, so you guys go like, whoa, did you roll a 32? 22.
22. Yeah. All
How you
right.
feeling about that?
Look, that disapproving look. Let's see. Let's see what I can do here. Worse.
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
Hey, I think that actually, hold on. 17 actually might be a crit fail, too. But you only got plus 1 is 28. Or is 18 rather than 18.
The one's included in the 17.
Oh. Well, I have good news. An average difficulty level at your level is a 26. So that is 1 off from a crit fail. Now, did you wish to cast invisibility at any point? You're covering about, like maybe like a mile and a half distance.
Yeah, when we get to the next, at some point we're getting closer, and the spyglass becomes less needed.
The spyglass is absolutely useless in a dust storm.
Okay.
Yeah, like, and unfortunately you're. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, you're slowly failing, but you may want to try and rely on your you Skitterfolk companions' proficiency with survival to help you with this one, because you guys are wandering along. How long is it before you guys ask Golag before it's how much longer is it going to be? Because you've clearly been wandering long enough now that you should have covered the distance, even with the thing. Basil, why don't you just give us one athletics check as well, please?
Yeah.
Oh, but we get 24 you're rolling against. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you're able to keep your footing for the whole thing.
So Golag, is it much longer? Shouldn't we be there already?
How are you guys all keeping each other together, by the way, to avoid getting separated in the sandstorm?
Yeah, I have this rope. Someone said tie a rope.
Holding.
The rope would make sense.
The rope is that's a standard Antarctica thing, right? If the thing has taught me nothing, it's A, don't trust huskies, and B, use a rope to get around when you can't see.
Yeah.
I have a rope of climbing as well.
Oh, nice.
So, when Basil says that, I'll say it's probably just the sandstorm. I believe it might be just ahead. What do you think? What do you think?
Be right back, guys. Sorry. See.
Ask your friend too. I don't know if he has any expertise at this.
Yeah, I don't know. I will just.
So that was at there's someone at the door level of freak out. Turns out it's just there was a little girl walking by level of freak out.
Too suspicious though, shady.
Got to keep an eye on those people. Okay, so 20. Let's have Golag give it another try. Basil will give us an athletics check again, and then Basil can give us a survival check to assist.
Yeah, okay. So I will try not to fly away. I think I have to re-roll.
Okay. Close enough to 2 o'clock. Everyone gets a hero point too.
Okay.
Except for Dr. Earthsprung and Sally, who are just getting a little.
Yeah.
They're hoping to earn compound interest on their hero points.
So I stand my ground here, and now I try to. Oh, but I think Golag found the way.
Beautiful.
After getting heckled by Basil, I double down.
Yeah. I just pull on the rope. So just say,
hey,
come on, this way.
Then, let me check here. I have altogether too many open books right now. Come on. I need this book here. Here we go. All right. So what I was going to ask Golag is there is a main gate and then there's sort of like a far side to this thing. With a nat 20, I'm going to let you approach from whatever angle you'd like. Main entrance, from one of the flanks, or from the rear.
Let's I'll have everyone I'll pull everyone in, huddle up. So yeah, we have to decide on front or back. We also need to decide if we want to approach with magic occluding us.
Good use of that word.
Yeah, right? If you're speaking magically, come on now. Like, what do we think?
Have we identified which tribe's in there yet?
I don't think so.
It's possible you'll get a look at it. Basil, if you want to give us a perception check and use that like sandstorm or the whatchamacallit, spyglass. So without fail, I held it up to my closed eye as well.
Yeah, that is how I usually do it as well.
Yeah.
Critical failure right there.
So 36.
Look at that. Is that including the +1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
You get one last glance at one of these guys, and they're wearing similar to like the respirator kind of masks on and whatnot, but you can see most of the face absolutely free of scar.
Yeah.
This is the Harrow mob that has this place.
I think being invisible might be helpful.
Indeed.
You just bypass them, no?
I don't think we want to bypass them. Then they would maybe find us from behind. So I don't know.
It's 10 minutes. Remind everyone its duration.
Okay. There may also be information you could gain.
Yeah. I think we should. I mean, we should find out how many they are, and then decide based on that.
Okay. With a roll that good, I can tell you that you can see there are, there is one orc in each of the 3 towers. And you think you can see a larger form shuffling amongst the group that is there. And forgive me if you answered, I was looking up something, Golag. Did you decide on what direction you're going? Main gate,
No.
side?
What do we think? Front, back?
I think back is better. Side, some kind of side entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll avoid the main gate angle approach.
Left side, right side, the rear.
Any difference we can see between right and left?
Not that you can really tell.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta go a couple tranches down of this stacked up open books.
Get it, Kevin. Get it.
Give me a sec. Let's see here. We're digging. There's some RPG archaeology here. All right.
So, Golek, are you more left or right leaning? That is the question now.
From looking at it from the main gate, on the left there is a single tower closest to the gate. On the right, there are 2 towers that are on kind of that side, the opposite. One of them is equidistant to the tower nearest the gate. And then there appears to be a larger structure sort of near the back. And by larger, I mean 15 by 30 foot. This is, again, a fort, not a fortress. The walls themselves, the palisade, is 15 feet high. And it's some kind of bizarre, petrified cactus. No doubt, some kind of cactus to which alchemical solutions are applied to make it hard. be able to support the weight. But you could climb it, though.
Climb that cactus.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's going to have maybe some of the bristles on it, but those would easily be, like, broken off. If it's they're not living. It's not a living thing. It's like the localized equivalent of wood.
Let's see. Left, right, or back. It would seem. And if we take a look at the back, did you say there was? So there's a structure back there. You said.
Yeah, there's the highest structure there that you can see rising up above is 15 by 30 feet in dimensions, and that's kind of at the back.
Does anyone have a druthers? Anyone have any? Not the front. We've got that covered, but.
Well, we've got to climb over the walls or go through a gate, but again, I assume the gates are locked or barred or...
At least watched. Probably climb, I would think.
So whichever's the easiest to climb, I would guess.
Working within the spell as best we can.
I think the one where there's only one tower is...
So I have good news. The climb checks are one of those flat DC things. They're not paired to level. Climbing the walls would be a DC 20 athletics.
Oh, if we use a climbing rope?
I think it grants +1 or +2. Oh, the climbing rope is the one that allows you to go directly out, right? And climbing a rope is like 15? Say in player 4. I don't remember.
Does work at this at the Orc Athletic Club for some time.
That one guy who was like, "Go lag, old chap. When are you going to use this?"
Yeah. Well, after the trouser incident, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
They actually have a nickname for Go lag at the athletics club. None of you guys know it, but
is the climbing rope high enough to get into the tower as well?
How high does the climbing rope go, Sally?
50 foot.
Pretty good. Okay, so you'll be at train difficulty. I think the difficulty might only be. Where's it here? DC 15, 1-5. On the rope. So climb rope 15. And I can't remember, you can actually control where it goes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can put it into chat.
So did we decide if you're going to the right, that is where 2 towers are and there's a gap in between. Going to the left, there's 1 tower and then there is a space. If you go to the back, there is the big structure that's there. I should actually see if...
Go ahead. You thinking left and climb the tower, Basil? What's your thought?
Yeah, my thought was actually that Sally could climb the tower, maybe.
I
don't know. I think if we are inside, there will always certainly be a fight.
I don't know if I can... I'm going to try and get this in correctly here. That's sort of what it looks like, guys.
Okay. Oh, very interesting.
Okay.
You see the one in the... This would be approaching, so be on... I guess my camera's reversing it, so... On the left is that big tower. On the right, see these the other 2. There's that bigger structure in the back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Get that. Oof. Immersion.
Yeah.
Just need to get on the walls now.
Yeah. We can really picture the scenery now. It's,
yeah.
Amazing.
Let's go left where there's a single tower, eh? And then perhaps Ms. Jameer can use her rope to ascend that single tower.
The thing is, can you get into the tower from that? Because it looked like, it's got a roof on it and...
Definitely at the... top of there's a roof, but you can also see out. There are fairly large windows without any kind of glass in it.
Okay.
Because you can see quite clearly the orcs within. So yes, yeah.
I think we're going left.
Right. All right. Would everybody give us a D20 roll, please? High roll is the winner.
I was going to say the fort seems to have its own weather. Making weather rolls for the fort.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Snow fall. So what means winner? Who wins with the high roll?
Sally is the winner here.
Yeah.
So let me take a peek here. Sally says, or sorry, Anna says, congratulations.
Yeah. So you still have this glittering jewelry on in the desert.
So you guys are making your way along. You can imagine that your visibility is minimal. Someone ring a bell? Sorry, give me one more second. What's that? Sorry about that, guys. The pots and pans being delivered yesterday. There's one more part of the package that's supposed to be delivered today, so I've just been spending the whole day like running to the door anytime Anna makes noises. My apologies to you guys and to the folks at home. Sally, you can imagine, as I was saying, the limited visibility. You guys almost all have dark vision, so it's rare when you, apart from, I guess, the fog and whatnot, or the smog of Paridar that would restrict your vision, it's rare for you to have a limited range of sight. And that might be why it was particularly shocking when you see this kind of appear out of the dust. Would you give us a stealth check, please, Sally?
Oops, wrong tab.
Wow.
Oh,
Or you roll that?
I think I'll re-roll that. I'm doing great rolls.
Okay.
There you go.
So Sally stops. And this thing, Sally, seems to be drifting. What? Can I assume that sort of the order is the way you guys are on the screen, left to right? Golag's up front, then Basil, then Sally, then Doctor. So,
Well, possibly, but we're in a different order on our screens, so.
are you?
Yeah.
What screen are you guys on? There's a wasteland. Left to
Oh,
right.
I'm sorry. You mean the tokens? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we are on the same order, yeah.
Tokens,
Yeah.
Golag, Basil, Sally, Doctor. Left to right.
Yeah.
Okay. I said like that won't be different. What?
Sorry, jump gate, Kevin. Jump gate.
Yeah.
Basil, I think you feel a little bit of a tug on the rope, and you look back and realize that Sally hasn't moved. And Doctor, you can see Sally is pretty close up ahead of you. Would each of you give us a perception check, please?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Both of you are able to. It's actually 22 is what I was shooting for. You're both able to see this, and there is some kind of undead spirit that is kind of has risen and is looking around. Would Doctor and Basil, would you each give us a stealth check, please? Doctor, would you like to re-roll that?
No.
Yeah. So this one is up and drifting near.
Just give it up. Just to
You
give
do
it
get a
up.
benefit if you step back. I think you hit the ground, and what you see where you step, almost like something being awakened from a slumber. Another one of these things comes out of the ground. Oops. And drifting through it, to be clear, there's not like dropping sand. These things seem to be incorporeal. It comes up and it begins looking around. Well, give us a perception check, please. Let's just see if you've noticed that everyone is sort of slowing down here. Eye on the prize. Unless you want to hero point that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Got it.
Okay, so you stop and you can see. Let me get you guys to a battle mat here. Yeah, show you where kind of you are. Let's use maybe this one again. That's the camp. Oh, you know what I'll do? Perfect. Oops. Is Igor just fallen behind you, or is Igor tied up in the rope as well?
I think he'd still be on the rope because he's a good anchor.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just see what's going on here. Oh, that's why. Trying to figure out why I lost all your bars and stuff. Is because I just put all of you guys in the map layer.
Huh.
I'll do it.
Yeah, but they can't see us there, maybe.
Mhm.
It's usually my trick with GM layer. Throw this one into the GM layer. No one will see it. All right, let's see here. Oop. Huh. Okay, there we go. There we go. But there's no... Oh, that's really weird. And the grid should be on. What the hell's going... all right, here we go. After much difficulty, you guys are making your way towards the wall. The wall's about maybe the edge of the map at the north there. And this is where these things have come out. They seem to be diaphanous and mostly incorporeal from the tip of the head down to around the chest, and then it just disappears afterwards. They have the look of horribly mistreated corpses. And then the face, of course, is just unnatural. But they do not seem to see you. Doctor, I guess you stepped on the ground, so it would have come up kind of right next to you. And bad with that last roll, Golag, you've now got kind of an idea of where. Oh, what's the radius of invisibility again?
Let's see.
Not as far as that, is it? It's about 30 foot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Spirit of visibility.
Yeah, 30 foot.
30-foot emanation. Okay. So I'll put it in a color that's actually
A
visible.
little tighter. Yep.
That's maybe.
Particularly since Ms. Demir is going up.
So maybe what I'll do is I'll move you guys in a little closer here. There we go. So that's sort of where everybody is. Why doesn't everyone go ahead and click on initiative, please? Let's get everything in. Last weekend, I erased another initiative tracker, too. So I'm struggling to try and get a new record going. I'll resize this one, so... Hey. Anyone have any initiative modifiers that they're missing right now?
So we did the initiative with perception and not stealth, yeah?
With perception, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, you could use stealth, actually. If you got a better stealth bonus, just adjust your
yeah.
result to whatever.
No, I think I will keep my 21, but...
Okay.
My stealth is +6.
Great. All right, so Sally jumps to the head there. Golag, you were up first. These things seem to be furiously looking around. And there's a strange kind of vortex of the sandstorm that seems to be sort of moving around them. You can give us an occultism check, Golag.
A lot of hero points.
Okay. Who was in charge of giving you hero points? Jeez Louise.
Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible.
So, I mean, these are obviously undead. Who else has occultism? Actually, who's trained in occultism?
Yeah, I'm an expert.
Give us an occultism check,
Yeah,
please.
I'm trained as well.
You as well, Basil. For those at home, I know rules is written. You're not gaining information behind trained in PF2, but let's live a little. Okay, so Basil. Oof, good roll. You can see that these things have the way they've come up out of, particularly the one that Dr. Earthsprung came out of the ground and came up, and then there's beginning to see a swirl of the particles of the dust storm in spite of the fairly strong wind that is blowing through. It's swirling around there. You know, or at least strongly suspect, that these things are poltergeists.
Oh.
These are unnatural spirits that often form and manifest fury from when their burial sites are disturbed. And having seen Dr. Earthsprung step back and then see one come up, you may think that there is a impromptu graveyard around this place.
Mm-hmm.
From the way that the one manifested, you also know they cannot otherwise sense creatures from their afterlife other than with the normal sort of senses. So you likely are invisible to them, but they might hear things. And if angered, they can manifest a swirling damaging aura of objects. So it may localize the sandstorm or pick up little pebbles and such.
Okay.
So they may not see you yet. Well, they seem not to because they're not actually doing anything. They're looking around.
How far up is Sally?
Sally is right 2 behind you.
But she hasn't gone like vertical.
No, like you guys were walking up towards the thing when this happened. Yeah. So, Golag, you were up first. Basil, do you wish to say anything?
Yeah, I would try to whisper. I mean, hoping that the storm will cover me a bit.
Yeah.
So they can't see and hear us. They have to hear and see us. They don't know where we are yet.
I think he's right next to me, and I think as he starts to say something, I'll stop him, and then make a little invocation, and say it again, but more quietly now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't like getting private messages from their boss? Come on.
Right?
Yeah, it's a little bit creepy. Yeah. I'll just say that again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can assume you sort of telephoned it to the other two as well.
Yeah.
Golag?
Yeah.
So that's Golag's turn. Sally, what are you doing? The one you saw, Sasha Booker, there, I guess, is right there. Assume you guys can give each other up to like 10 or 15 feet of give. You're not necessarily all tied right together. You just need to sort of stay in a rough line within 10, 15 feet of each other, while being mindful, I guess, of Golag's spell. So, Sally,
Yeah, I guess I'll just be waiting for Basil to move, and then I'll follow after.
do you want to go after him then?
Well, yeah, yeah.
If so, drop you down to initiative. Dr. Earthsprung, do you want to go next, or do you want to wait in the initiative order as well?
Yeah, if I see Sally stopped in front of me or waiting, then I'll wait behind, yeah. Yeah.
Basil.
I think is there something like a bigger rock on the ground that I might throw somewhere?
Give us a perception check. Just seek for that. Yeah.
Okay, then I would try to throw that rock, I guess, here.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Give us a thievery check, please.
Thievery or deception?
Thievery, probably. You're not like talking to them.
Yeah, okay.
It's just you trying to place the stone precisely there.
22. I think I would re-roll that one.
Yeah.
Oh, worse, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I shouldn't have made that face because it's contested by their. That's actually good enough. Even the second one.
Okay.
So you hit, and their faces turn over in that direction. And would you give us a flat D10 roll, too, please, Basil?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no. D20.
Yeah.
It's a flat check. On their turn, another one's going to be kind of emerging from where you made that sound.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been, I guess, 3 actions. Seek, pick up the rock, toss the rock.
Yeah.
Sally?
I will just get into my tiger stance and wait.
Okay. Doctor?
Can I see all of them, or just the one?
Yep, you see, I think all the two that are next to you.
Yeah. And I heard the rock, I assume.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I think I'd be waiting to see if they move towards it to give me a slightly better chance of stealthing away from them.
Okay.
If wind and that.
On their turn. They charge off in that direction, howling, and you begin hearing a battering of shit as something is swirling around near that rock. Go leg.
How far ahead is the wall, Kevin?
The wall's probably at kind of the edge of the map up here.
Okay.
So actually can't see that.
I think I'll move ahead to the extent of the rope, until the extent of the rope in the spell, which is not much.
You could just wait till after everyone else goes.
Yeah, I think I will. That's given. I think I'll wait.
Yes, Basil.
Yeah, I think I would just move as far as I can without breaking.
So basically, move 2 squares and then give us a stealth check, please.
Okay. So I would just move up here or something like that, and then give.
Move 2 actions, not 2 squares. You can move 2 actions worth of movement, but also give us a stealth check.
It's a 20, yeah, but I spent my last hero point.
Yeah, so give us a flat D20 roll, please. Go ahead and move yourself an amount equal to 2 of your actions.
Yeah, so I will stay in this thing, so I will be here. But how long is this rope, or do we say we just...
You need to stay within 15 feet of each other, so you have to be about there, I guess.
Yeah, okay, I will move here, yeah.
Yep, you can. Sally, same thing. If you're going to move,
just move up there then.
Give us a stealth check. You're too far away from the doctor, though. That's the extent of what you can move right now. You want to spend a hero point?
Yep.
Nice. All right. So unfortunately, yeah, where I'm marking that you need to be within 15 feet of the doctors. Actually, so I guess there is where you need to stay. Because that's 15 feet of both. Talon?
Okay.
Okay. Doctor.
I'll get the painful bit out of the way first. I'll try and... Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it?
That's pretty good. Give us a flat D20.
Let's give it a re-roll first.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's much better.
You're rolling a D20, right?
Oh, that's my D20, 6.
All right.
Because if you roll a D9, it can't get any better than that 9.
No, I realise that now.
Okay.
My mistake, sorry.
So as you're moving, let's place it. Here, I'll go with the 8, and then this will be our last act of the session. Right there. Another one rises and is looking around for the noisy physician. It drifts a little closer, trying to figure out where that noise is coming from. The others are just battering that rock with sound. And then Golag, you want to position yourself, reposition the area.
Yes.
You do need to be within 15 feet of Basil, though.
Let's see. Do I have one more? Not really. I'll go right.
Oh, and a stealth check. And
right.
a stealth check, please.
And a stealth check.
All sorts of fun for you.
If only that Orc Athletic Club had stealth classes, I tell you. Out of hero points.
Okay. Give us a flat D20.
Okay. We go. Should be good. There it is.
Excellent. Go ahead and move yourself.
I think.
Oh, is that after moving? Yeah, that's after moving, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Then something comes up. Inspect the sound that you've been making. And that's where we'll have to leave things, guys. I'll move us over, so it'll be Basil's turn next as you're inching your way closer and disrupting it. Heck of a security system. Burying unquiet dead under your fort. Hey, then, guys. For those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for part 8 of our latest Paridar mystery, Hunt the Veiled Sun. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where all of us are active. We have channels there dedicated to this game, this campaign, and most of the other games and campaigns we run on the channel. There's also things like Find a Group, GM discussion, virtual tabletop chat. There's a terrific, helpful, knowledgeable, and friendly community over there. You're more than welcome to join us. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an incredible selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. Like, for instance, if you wanted to get the D&D 3.5 product Sandstorm that I've been using for some of our desert travel here. You can find that over there. If they don't have something in stock you're looking for, you can put it on a want list and they'll send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code Summer Nights. All caps, all one word. Night with a K is listed down below. That'll save you 10% on any purchase of $10 or more. And if you make a purchase, and if you are listening to this after June 30, 2026, that has come back to one of our more recent videos, you'll see what the current discount code is listed there. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our stalwart illuminators. So Sean, Ingolf, James, and Darren, thank you so much for playing today, guys. Terrific session. Basil's making new friends. You're infiltrating a fort. You're stomping on unquiet graves. Like, what more can one ask for in a Paridar session? We'll be back in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our strange marooned illuminators are encountering in the world of Arthum. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.